Threefold Training. Auspicious greetings to you all. I am Miao Zhe from Nantian Temple in Australia. On today's online Guang English Dharma service, I will be sharing about the Threefold Training. There are many traditions of Buddhism and various approaches to practice. The core of all practice is the Threefold Training: morality, meditative, concentration, and prajna wisdom. Buddhist morality acts as a guideline to what is wholesome and unwholesome in behavior, speech, and thoughts. In the verse of the 7 ancient Buddhas, "Do nothing that is unwholesome, do all that is wholesome, purify the mind," this is a teaching of all Buddhas. This is a general guideline in being mindful of our actions, speech, and thoughts. As we can see, the Buddha did not only taught what shouldn't be done, but also what can be done in a positive way. Morality is maintained through the upholding of precepts, which are the basis for all wholesome deeds and the foundation of all moral conduct. They are like traffic lights that signal when to stop, slow down, or go ahead. They are also like the lines on the road that tell you if it is okay to change lanes and which side of the lane we should drive on. In Australia, driving is on the left side. If you're coming from a country that drives on the right side of the road, such as North America, you would have to remember to stay on the left side when driving in Australia. But if you forget and drive on the other side of the road, there is a traffic sign that is placed at the exit ramp of freeways. Wrong way, go back. It is a compassionate warning sign for anyone who happened to be driving on the wrong side of the lane. Precepts are about self-cultivation and benefiting others. In other words, precepts are for self-discipline rather than demanding others to do what is right. The very basic precepts for all monastics and laity are the 5 precepts. They are: 1. Abstain from killing, not harming any being. 2. Abstain from stealing, not taking what doesn't belong to you. 3. Abstain from sexual misconduct, not harming others in relationships and the body. 4. Abstain from lying, not hiding the truth. 5. Abstain from taking intoxicants and not taking an overdose of drugs and alcohol. The Buddha did not explain the 5 precepts as in what we should not do, but what we could also do that benefits beings. Instead of killing, protect and cherish life. Instead of stealing, being generous and sharing what we have. Instead of sexual misconduct, we can maintain respect of others in relationships. Instead of lying, be a sincere friend. Instead of taking intoxicants that cloud the mind, maintain clarity and mindfulness through a healthy way of living. For example, such as meditation. Venerable Master Shan once explained, the Buddha originally established precepts to maintain harmony and purity within the Sangha, so that righteous Dharma will prevail in this world. Therefore, precepts are the cornerstones of the Sangha. However, upholding the precepts is not exclusive to monastics. Precepts are needed to regulate oneself, for they are the fundamentals of all wholesome dharmas. Only then will one's path in life be secure. The spirit of the precepts and morality is respect and compassion. It is about not violating others and taking an active role in benefiting others. Hence, just knowing the precept is not enough. More importantly, is that we put it into practice in our daily lives, such as through the 3 acts of goodness: do good deeds, say good words, think good thoughts. And these are also about the body, the speech, and the mind. And what you can do is by waking up each morning and begin to think, what good deed good words can I do and say? What good thoughts can I share and bless others with? With morality as a foundation, you will be at ease wherever you go. With morality as a foundation, meditative concentration can help in restraining our sixth sensory roots and guard the mind. Meditative concentration is the focusing of the mind in each moment by settling of all distracting thoughts, and a state of equanimity is reached. Meditative concentration can also energize the mind, so that it is unmoved by external circumstances and is able to see the intrinsic true nature. Hence, our minds are turned away from external distractions towards inner wisdom. Meditation can also allow us to increase our awareness of self and others, and gradually decrease the chance of hurting and harming ourselves and others. Meditative concentration can be practiced through meditation. Our mind is like a cup of water with stones, mud, and everything inside it. With our senses, we grasp on what we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch with what we like and dislike. We react emotionally through our greed, anger, and ignorance. That is like the shaking and stirring of the water. But when we let the cup of water sit for a few minutes without disturbance, the contents of the water gradually settle to the bottom, making the water clear. That is what happens when we meditate. Our mind settles down in the moment that we can see clearly. Now let's try a few minutes of meditation. Sit comfortably where you are. With your back straight, shoulders relaxed, your hands in a meditation gesture called with your right palm over your left palm and two thumbs gently touching each other. Your chin tucked in, slightly tucked in. You can cross your legs or have your legs flat on the ground and just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, breathe in from the belly up as much as you can, and slowly breathe out. Deep breath in, and slowly breathe out. Deep breath in, and relax the whole body. Now let's begin just relaxing the body from the tip of the head down to your toes. When the body is relaxed, the mind will naturally follow. And slowly bring your awareness back to the very present moment. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Now, meditation, as we did, hopefully those few minutes can help you have settled the mind just a little bit by first relaxing the body. But meditation is not just for sitting. It can be done through walking, standing, and other daily life activities, such as gardening and eating. You may wonder how meditation can be done through eating. Buddhist meals in a temple are eaten in silence and known as mindful meals. Through the meals, the practitioner keeps their mind not on the food but the thoughts. For example, a favorite dish of French fries is offered. I would need to be mindful when I'm asking for a second serve of fries. Am I seeking a serving out of greed for more than I need, even though I'm full already, or actually because I'm still hungry? So mindful meals help us to focus and appreciate the food that we receive. Once there was a Chan master who had a disciple who practiced many years of meditation. One day, the disciple asked the Chan master, "What is Chan?" which is another word for meditation. The Chan master replied, "Eat when you're hungry, sleep when you are tired." The disciple asked, "Isn't that what everyone does?" The Chan master replied, "Not really. Most people entertain thousands of their desires when they eat and scheme thousands of plans when they sleep." So when we are mindful of our behavior and thoughts, we can stop the delusions and stories in our minds and truly listen to our hearts. With a calm mind, we can discover a wisdom within. Unlike knowledge, which can be gained through learning or experience, Buddhist wisdom, or prajna, is inner awakening and insight. Prajna, also known as transcendental wisdom, encompasses right view and understanding of reality. It is having the right understanding of all things arise and cease through causes and conditions, thus knowing that all things also exist temporarily and have no permanent intrinsic nature. When we come to an understanding of causes and conditions, you will realize that we are all interconnected and need and rely on each other daily. Thus, it becomes important not to harm others, but to help and benefit others. For example, nature's ecosystem shows us the cycle of interconnection based on causes and conditions. The lake vaporizes and brings moisture in the air. Eventually, clouds accumulate, and when conditions are right, provide rain that nourish the trees and plants and into the lake once again. This shows how important it is for us to also protect the earth and allowing the ecosystem to go its natural way. And when the cycle is broken, we can actually feel the changes in the climate through climate change, which is what we are experiencing right now. And so, prajna is understanding the importance of this interconnection, and that can only be experienced, observed, and practiced in our daily life. Another story I'd like to share about prajna wisdom are there are two buckets hanging on a wall, and they're relaxing on a Sunday afternoon, enjoying the first days of summer. The spring rains are all over. The flowers are blooming, the air smells sweet and fresh. People are busy carrying water, making tea, watching the flowers, washing clothes, and hanging them outside to dry. The two buckets begin to chat to each other. One bucket says, "I feel so useless. Every time when stupid people fill me with water, they empty me immediately. Then I'm so isolated that I have nothing to do but stare at the sky, and it looks so gray. The flowers don't even thank me for the water I hold, so when the people are drinking the tea, they don't even think of me." But the other bucket replied, "I feel very appreciated. People handle me with care, admiring my beautiful wood. Every time they empty me, they fill me up again immediately. I'm never alone. People flock to me. When they water their flowers, they keep coming back to me for more. Without me, they have no way to get water for the tea. I'm proud to be indispensable." And so these two buckets show there are two different perspectives of the same situation. So wisdom prajna wisdom. It's not just about resolving challenges. It's also about perspective, the right perspective and attitude in seeing things as it is. So we've come to the threefold training of morality, meditative, concentration, and prajna wisdom. These are not simply just a training of our behavior, speech, and way of thinking. It's how we approach our daily life. For example, by being mindful of what we receive through our senses. That is discipline and morality at work. When we often clear the mind, self-reflect, and open the mind and heart to share with others in joy and compassion, that is the practice of meditation. By caring for the simplest things in life and remember the connection we have with each other and nature, that is realizing we are one and coexist. That is the practice of wisdom. So for a deeper understanding of the threefold training, I recommend the book For All Living Beings, A Guide to Buddhist Practice by Venerable Master Shan. It is one of my favorite books that guides on how to apply the threefold training in the daily life. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you'd like to hear more of these weekly Dharma teachings, please like and subscribe to this channel. May you and all beings find peace and joy in the Dharma. Thank you.
Upcoming event. Next Friday, November 26th, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Time, Guang Sifang Temple in San Diego will host the monthly Thank Buddha It's Friday online English Dharma talk. This month's topic is Voices of Gratitude, reflecting on the blessings and challenges of the pandemic. Sifang Temple has invited both COVID first responders and survivors to share their experiences for the past 2 years. Among the speakers are a doctor and a nurse who had close contact with COVID patients, as well as Ribbons for Humanity, a non-profit organization, to discuss how they have reached out and supported the local needs of the community. Furthermore, there will also be a touching story shared by a COVID survivor. Don't miss out on this inspiring talk. The meeting will be held on Zoom and registration is free. We welcome everyone to join. Scan the QR code or click on the link on the description box below to register. Thank you for listening to this week's Dharma Talk. Amitofo.